Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with American Vineyard Magazine, reporting to you from the Central Valley where raisin harvest is well underway. Unfortunately, the crop is looking to be down this year. Only about 1 in 5 vineyards is showing to have decent sized yields. Not only that, but with the reduction in acreage from vineyard pullouts over the last several years, we're not going to see quite the production we used to. To top that off though, last week raisin growers experienced a downpour of rain from 1/10 of an inch to even up to 1/4 of an inch for some growers. And that's not good, obviously, for the crop that was drying on the ground. And I'm here with farm manager Jamie Hansen at his vineyard in Madera to talk about the situation and how they're responding to it.
We had a horrific thunderstorm here, lightning and thunder and lots of rain. It was coming down in buckets. Fortunately, we only got about 1/10 of an inch here, but my neighbors got 1/4 of an inch, so we got spared. But what we did after that was we had some workers come in and they slipped the trays. This was down a little bit farther. We moved it higher up on the terrace, and if it was already up against the berm, we're moving it sideways. And then we're taking bunches of grapes and put them in the corners, make sure that the papers don't blow over, and shade them and continue to, so they can dry out, because they absorbed a lot of water. And it's taken probably, it'll be another 3 days of drying time, other than when we are going to roll them, before we'll get to roll them now, because all that water that they soaked up. So these here were supposed to have been rolled tonight, but because they got rained on, we're having to wait until either Friday night or Saturday morning to roll these. But the bad thing about even a little bit of rain is that it causes the dirt and sand that's been blown on there by the wind to stick in place. Whereas if the raisins are dry when they go into the packer and have never got water on them, all the dirt and sand kind of sloughs off when they go over the shakers and whatever. But this way it's still stuck there in the wrinkles, and if they have enough of it, they'll make them be sent to the reconditioner, which they literally scrub them and wash them, and then they have to be re-dehydrated, and that costs money. And plus you lose some of your raisins, because anytime you run raisins through machinery, some of them get squashed. So, and the reason why we did the slipping was it tightens the paper so the water runs off better, and also it breaks the surface tension of the paper and the soil. Otherwise, when you go to do the rolling, you have huge clumps of sheets of dirt clod, 1 inch thick, that stick to the papers while you're trying to roll them, and then you're rolling up a bunch of sand with your raisins. And then when you're dumping them into the bins get filled up with sand as well as raisins, so it's not a very good thing. So that's one of the things we do for the slipping to alleviate that. For the most part, we have waterproof trays, and so the bundles we've already made are protected from the rain itself. But one of the things we did even there was we had somebody go through and literally push each bundle so it got scraped a little bit to wipe off the dirt clods from sticking to those papers as well. But once they're in the bundle, they're pretty well safe from the rain, other than if you had a foot of rain and the raisin bundles were sitting in water, then that could be a problem. But 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, once they're in the bundles, they're pretty well protected.
Thank you, Jamie. Well, we're wishing growers the best as they finish up harvest. Note that this November 14th at the Big Fresno Fairgrounds, we're holding our annual Grape, Nut, and Tree Fruit Expo, where we will feature our State of the Grape Industry presentations. So be sure to attend to get the full picture of what's going on in your industry. I'm Matthew Malcolm, AmericanVineyardMagazine.com.